Okay, guys, I am back. I am back. What a day, what a day, what a day. Okay, hopes everybody's doing well. Everybody's. Hold on, let me just trying to get this real quick. Back. That was me. Sorry about that. Let's pop that chat and let it go. All right. Nobody's here yet. It's okay. It's cool. Oh, I don't have any other stuff on here. Crazy, huh? Crazy. So, let's look at the chart. I know everybody's gonna be watching other people. I get it. It's alright. Okay. Good. Okay. I think I'm on. Let me put live. Making sure my mic is on. Yes. All right. Let's go. Okay, so what is going on, you guys? I went through my old video. And there's some good stuff over there, just to have some reference of where I come from. My first thoughts of, one of the earliest thought about Jimmy and what it's doing and how the company is moving along. You have a lot of different perspective in terms of, whoever's invested in this company. But okay, let me try to get everything set up here. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, you guys. So really depends on engagement. I would just be saying about an hour or an hour and a half. Hey, Dr. Freezy, Doc Freezy, let's go. I know I was so excited about this price movement. Thank goodness I add a whole bunch of calls. Now I wish I had more, but I didn't. I just add 2 calls onto the previous one that I had. I got Ivy crushed because I bought it, last week. But anyway, so thank goodness I was able to capture. I saw this dip right here. I was like, I'm gonna buy more calls. Of course, like I thought, oh, it might drop down to here. So that's why I didn't add, a lot of calls, more than I should have. But anyway, so I sold 2 of them to get some profit a little bit. But you guys, when I said profit, I'm like $50 here. It's not not by much. Of course, I'm leaving 2 for the runner too. So whatever happened to that one, I will just wait for tomorrow. But again, hey, this volume could just mean nothing, but it's worth kind of like being excited about it, right? Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm sure you've heard so many YouTubers already, so this is nothing new at all. But I just like to kind of come up here and say hi to you guys too. Sorry, my voice is not doing well. Okay, so today we see a lot of volume coming up. So I'm thinking, hold on. Now, there's a couple of spike here that happened a couple days ago. Oh, this was the time when Rowan Kitty was tweeting that present. And it was good. It was good. January call 17. Oh, W4. What is W4? What is that? Sorry, I am so ignorant on all the lingo, so you have to educate me on that one. So January call. Okay, let me go to chart exchange. Should I be looking at that? Dark breezy. Okay, so let's do that one. I'm posting all over. Okay. I stream the truth, and the NVIDIA is getting help with around tripping with ARM, Corvi. Did you get banned because I can? I saw their live stream earlier too, and it was like, I'm not gonna even listen to that. That's funny, actually. I wonder what the response that they give you because I can. What was it received well by the people that are watching it? Sorry, 24. Oh, this one. What about it? Is there a lot of volume coming in? Quick. Yeah, there's no way they can contain this. But again, I tend to kind of like, I'm taming my expectation. Obviously, we're getting close to the January 9 and whether he's gonna do a YOLO update or something. So that's what I'm waiting. But I'm not expecting that, I'm keeping cool and collected. I have enough shares to be okay. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I do have 4 calls right now at $50 on the 24th of January. So we'll see. I paid $55 this morning for it. So hopefully it's gonna turn into something. But I'm hoping that I could convert some to share as well. But I got the call for the 17th, a little bit in kind of close to the current strike price. I got this one earlier in the morning for $90, and so I sold at 150. So it's like $50. Hey, that's a lot for me. Okay. But again, like when I do calls and all that stuff, it's just for me to gamble, and it's nothing. Like, I don't want any life-changing money or anything from that. Because I think it's risky, right? You never know whether they're going to close down the buy button and then, your call's not going to be honored in that sense. So the value of your calls is fluctuate like crazy. So you have to sell at the right time. Of course, had I waited, I'm sure I'm gonna shoot myself on the foot too. Like if tomorrow it spiked up to like $40, that call is gonna would be worth a lot more. But again, I have 2 more of them to run for tomorrow. So I'm gonna wait until the end of the week to see how it's gonna play out. So we'll see. CNBC deleted the whole channel. Oh my god. Dang, okay. It wouldn't surprise me at all. CNBC has been pumping NVIDIA for quite some time. So again, like these media type, they're just protecting their own asset here. So, and again, this is why I feel like it's CNBC also typically bash GameStop too. Again, the narrative that they are running with is that, oh, it's just a meme stock and all that stuff. It doesn't amount to anything. If you don't sell it, you're not going to get anything back. All of that scare tactic, right? Again, to me, they're pooping and scooping right now, in my opinion. Being nosy, you said you purchased some call, wondering if they're in... Oh, I see. So I got a few... 2 days ago when I purchased the one, and just one call for, let me see, $35 for 17th. And I paid $240 at that time. I should have waited. And so this morning I add three more at around $90 because I saw that drop. I was like, this is unnatural. It shouldn't be dropping this much because they're trying to scare people, right? And again, when I kind of monitor GameStop, it's typically happened that way. In the morning, they just drop the price because they don't want what happened midday to happen up here. Had it happened up here, imagine what would have happened tomorrow or even today. It would have been around, But anyway, so I did three more on that one because I intended to sell just in case if it spiked tomorrow. I didn't expect it today to be the day that I sell. So I quickly sell at 150, two of them. So now two of them left. And my average cost for that one right now is $137. So if this is the price right now, I'm still in the red, but I did kind of like take some off the table. The other one is January. I had some on January 24th. And this one is a little bit further out of the money. Again, this is my kind of gambling. So I got this one at $55 each. I got four of them. So, oh wait, I got three because I got one at 100 something. I have to look at it, you guys. Just 1 second. I mean, in hindsight, I should have gotten more, but I was like, let's not do too much of a gambling today. I might need to pay my registration. Yeah, my registration is due in March, but typically I don't want to wait too long to pay my registration because I tend to get so busy and then forget about it. One time I was late, I was like, I had to pay the penalty for that. Ever since then, I was like, never again. Crazy. Sorry, you guys, I'm looking at the price right now. Just for transparency. Okay, so for that one, I got two calls at $55 each this morning. And then I bought two on before New Year's. So I paid twice. No, three times. Three times the amount. So that's a testament to a IB crush, You don't want to buy the calls when the IB was so high already. So that was my mistake. But I really thought that it was going to go higher from here, right here. New Year's. This is when I bought it. Before New Year's. So my thought it was like it's gonna go from here and then it's just gonna do this. Right? Little did I know, they just kind of stalling it a little bit. Honestly, I think that the reason why they do that is because of the short week, because on the January 9, they are going to close the market. So anyway, sorry, I am not much of a shower. Very boring show today. I don't know what is going on. So let's kick it up a little bit. Okay. So let's look at, I really think that the, what is it called? Wyckoff theory thingy? Wyckoff. am I spelling it wrong? I think I'm spelling it wrong. Is happening right now. Because you have this spring and all that stuff that's happening, right? And then PL, whatever this means, and then this is SOS. So the accumulation comes from the institution. Or could this be an insider buying? I don't know. I feel like something like is brewing. It's simmering and then it's getting hotter and hotter. I feel like somebody's stepping in and buy a whole bunch here early in the morning, but then it gets kind of dampered. And then towards midday today, there's a lot of shares. But even then, the volume was not that much. If you look at today's volume, yes, it's typically higher, but 12 million shares, on average, we only trade around 7 million shares. So that's close to twice as average so far. That's pretty good in 2 years. And again, this is in 2 years. How do I know? There's an indicator here. I think short stamper or something, short volume stamper. Oh, okay. So I guess it got updated. So it says here, total volume since 2 years high. It's 12.6 million shares being traded. So on average, that's what it is, right? Again, I might be reading this wrong, so if you know anything, please let me know. I got a question for you. Okay, I might get an answer, but shoot. Shoot me. Okay, well, Anthony Walker, type his response. Let me play footsie with this real quick. What do you think about the PE ratio of the GME being okay according to AI? Okay. I think AI just gives you what is already being recorded. What do I think about it? I think with AI, again, like people have a misconception that it's predicting the future. It's just said what it already being recorded. So you're predicting the past. You're recounting the past. So there's no predictability there. Not sure if you're just asking that just to stir up something. I don't know. Not sure about the intention, but let me see. I don't memorize this. I should. PE ratio. See, there's fluctuation all the time. Price to earning. It's high. Okay. So yeah, like they fluctuate all the time. I don't understand that either. But I really think like some website they use certain price to earnings. So of course, like depends on what the price is, right? At the time they recording it or reporting it, it's gonna fluctuate. So since it's been 30 for a long time, perhaps this is why certain website give you a different price reference. Yeah. If it's too high, I think again because the price is higher, the denomination is higher. Hi Sharon, what's up? Thank you for joining. But yeah, I wouldn't put too much significance on that because the variant is price. So you can't get, the true price PE ratio unless the price is not fluctuating. I mean, let's see to verify if this PE ratio is correct. 32 divided by book, right? No, that's price to book. Sorry, 32 divided by earnings. I think they use this one, right? Am I doing that right? Somebody help me out. Price to earnings. Price to earnings. Maybe let's use the market cap. I think that's a better reference. Market cap divided by earnings. So I think the way you write that is 0.31. Oh, see, now it's 200. I'm stumped, you guys. How do you calculate price to earnings ratio again? I think I'm doing it right, but correct me if I'm wrong. But a high PE ratio ain't a good thing. Oh, okay. All right. I could see where you are at right now. All right. Okay. Sure. It's a high. It's not a good thing. Then don't buy it. Simple, right? I'm a very simple person. Come on, if that's the only metric that you use to evaluate something, okay, then don't buy Palantir. How about Palantir? How about Nvidia? Okay, let's look at Nvidia. What is let's see. Okay, 50 times its earning. That's good. That's good. Cool. Okay, 1 second, you guys.
Hey everyone, Paleo Valley is having a buy one get one sale on my favorite whole food omega-3 supplement, their wild caught fish.
You're bouncing.
The sort of the funny part about this is there's this sort of army of retail investors that keeps talking about we're going to buy, hold, and never sell.
Shorted more than 100% of Gamestop shares. They have not repurchased shares. I'm gonna fight them all. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off. Taking that time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget.
We're going to wait until they feel the pain, until they start to bleed.
Well, all of this nonsense, all of this noise, all of this whining by Wall Street, it's making me sick.
Don't wanna hear about it. Every single one's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the House of Hell. And if I catch it coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you. And that is what you want to hear, but that's what I do.
Oh, sorry about that. Had to help my mom with something. All right, guys. So, didn't mean to play that one because it's about AMC. But anyway, so Anthony Walker. Well, you are going to ignore everything. Okay. Well, not everything. So you're asking about PE ratio, right? Again, PE ratio is just one metric. If you want me to not ignore that, so what is a normal PE ratio that you would feel satisfied? Are you a shareholder or not a shareholder? So it depends, right? How do I wouldn't ignore it. I know that they are going to improve on that. Don't you realize they are in transition? As a company that is in transition, will have a wonky way, of PE ratio. Very high PE ratio. Don't you realize that they used to have 400 PE ratio just about 6 months ago? Right, so should people not buy it because of that? I'm just saying, isn't it important? I'm a shareholder. Yeah. Okay. To me, it's not as important as the shareholder equity because I'm a shareholder, right? My measurement is based on company asset. Now, yes, I would love them to have a lower PE ratio in the future, but I understand that they are in transition right now, so that's why I'm not paying attention to that at the moment, obviously. So let's say 5 more years. If they're still at 200% or 200 PE ratio like this, yes, it would be a point of concern for me, right? So again, that's just one metric that to me it's not as important at the moment right now as we speak. So there's more important ratio that to be looked at, in my opinion. It's booked price to book, right? Because they have more, more runway to go. I mean, if you see this amount of asset and you still kind of not take a look at that, that's important, In my opinion, it's much more important than the PE ratio. So yeah. Thank you, though, for clarifying. Good. I hope I answer your question there. So yeah, I mean, look at the asset is important. The amount of asset that any company has will give you an idea whether they are have a healthy balance sheets or not. And again, yes, we still have ways to go, in my opinion, on price to earnings and all that stuff. That is remained to be fixed, and that's why leadership has been closing down stores and all of that stuff is also important on the groundwork. But as far as the price, though, price fluctuated like crazy, and due to call options and all that stuff. So how do you fault a company who's trying to do their best, right, to earn in this environment? Like, as you know, everybody is stretched to the max. Nobody's spending anything. We are in a discretionary sector of the company, so give them some slack, and I'm sure they're gonna deliver, and in the nearest future. I'm giving you. I mean, I'm giving leadership at least 3 more years to flourish. Because when I got into this company, I was here for at least 10 years. So I still have 7 more years to go, actually. So technically, they have 7 more years to prove to me that they are doing well. And yeah, I trust leadership to be able to pull it off, right? Even these coming quarters, I think that they're gonna be able to bring down the PE ratio, cut in half at the very least. So, well, unless the price gonna be $300, then okay, we're gonna keep chasing the PE ratio there. But you have to understand the price action versus the actual company. So, like I said, PE ratio based too much on the price, current price. So that's probably why. I guess they need more time. Yeah, I mean, how much time? That's for you to decide. If you are a shareholder, do you want to hold it for the long term? But if you think this is too expensive, then sell. It's no harm, no foul. I wouldn't. In my opinion, 5 times the book, that this is my price point that I'm thinking. Again, just my opinion. I have no, financial background here to say it for certain. But shareholder equity is much more important to me than the price to earnings at the moment. You could say that I'm pick and choosing my data here, but certain things is more important. Like, for example, net net is good. Let me see. Net income. There you go. Couldn't even think about the word. It's like the bottom line of the company. How much the company makes at the end of everything is important. Much more important than the operational income at the moment. Because I know like the news always trying to steer you to only think about like, oh, look at the operational income. It's not correct, or it's not they're losing money on the business side, but they're trying their best right now. I mean, they're cutting stores again, like even more now, to try to bring the demand down, so to speak. Demand down, sorry. Expenses. What am I? Sorry, what is going on with me today? let me have some water. Got way distracted today. Goodness gracious. Oh, somebody's deleted message. Let's go back and look. No, I'm kidding. Okay, Anthony Walker. I just tried to check everything. Okay, so how long have you been holding GameStop? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to share if you don't want to, but again, there's so many metrics out there that you could kind of make a reference of if you invest in this company. There's so much to kind of learn about this, to evaluate the company. Even for me, like I don't even know if shareholder equity is the best way to measure a company, or price to book ratio is the best way. But to me, seems like the best metric to look into, because the more asset that the company has, the more leverage they could get, right? And the more shareholder equity that a company has, the more beneficial for us shareholder, because we're just common stock shareholder here. So we're not, like bondholders. They have different, different privileges and rights and all that stuff. But as a common stock shareholder, we only have this to go by. And so that's why I look at it as more important than the P ratio at the moment. Let's see. Also, too, let's see. I mean, the investment, what they are able to invest into, because with more money, they could do a lot more than anything. But keep in mind, too, like most of GME asset comes from cash. So, yeah, again, I'm sure if you studied Warren Buffett or Peter Lynch, all that, the most important things that you're looking into, it's different for individuals, okay? I mean, if you compare Peter Lynch way of investing versus Warren Buffett, there are different metric that they are using to evaluate a company, whether they want to participate in it or not. In my opinion, I think if Peter Lynch would take a look at GME, Peter Lynch would have think of it as a turnaround, a successful turnaround company, and he would have bought it, for his, what is it called? I don't remember his fund. Alamino? No, that's not it. He had a Fidelity funds that he invests for, but these are the type of company that he was, talked about how a successful turnaround company is worth waiting for. And, at this price point, in my opinion, it's pretty cheap. Because anything under 50, because it's, price to book ratio. Close to a year. Okay, great. Then you should have a low cost average. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing that. But yeah, thank you for the question as well. let's see. What should we go into today? I know. Okay, let me go back to the price action. I know everybody's excited about that. Very flustered today. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I think the price gonna continue to go up tomorrow. Maybe the option chain is kind of pushing it up. This one in particular, obviously. But I'm kind of curious on the 10th one here because I don't see much there. Don't see much volume there. But I've heard about the 25 one. Unless it was the 17. This one here. Somebody bet a whole bunch. 25. Okay. So hefty contract there. Okay, so if it goes higher, of course, a lot of gamma ram here, gamma hedging for the next couple weeks, perhaps. And again, look at this. Max Pain at $22. What are we trading at right now? Way above that. So if market maker were to sell all of these calls right here, all of this call, when Jimmy was trading at, $25, naked, if they don't have any shares for these calls, then market maker would have to go to the market and buy those shares. Okay. And currently, call in the money right now is kind of representative of 11 million shares right there. So what happened when you see a lot of volume in the stock? Typically you see this. Today it's only 12 million? Isn't that what we saw? That's crazy, right? Only 12 million. It's not even half of the float. Not half. Oh my god. Like 3%, you guys. That's 3% of the float being traded today. And so again, like it's indicative, right? If the price is too low, people are not going to sell. And there's a lot of diamond handlers out here. We've been accumulating for a long time. And, Anthony over here, he's been holding for close to a year. So that's probably a good price point. Hopefully you have a lower dollar cost average. So that's a point of, imagine people who've been holding it for 4 years. How many shares they've been accumulating already. So again, even for that, for people to sell, they have to bring the price a lot higher. Imagine how many, look at this. Like, it went to $64 and nobody bat an eye. It's like, oh, okay. So in my opinion, it's going to go a lot higher. How high? I don't know, you guys. Like, anything could happen here. Let's see. Next resistance would be around this level right here. So that's what I'm looking for the next resistance, because other than that, you don't see anything else but clear air from here. Again, anything could happen. Justin Trudeau just resigned out of nowhere. There might be some connection from private equity angle, right? From Rand's, connect the dot. We found out that there's a lot of Canadian pension funds out there that are tied up with, Gamestop short position perhaps, or private equity. And so since private equity has been illiquid for a while, commercial real estate is not doing well and all that stuff. So who knows, like perhaps that's the reason why he was designing, the real reason why, that he can't fix the market. So is that good for GameStop? In my opinion, that's a little bit tinfoil. I know I usually try to stay away from those type of speculation, but I do have those thoughts in mind. Anything could happen. They could drop it tomorrow or, the next week just to scare more people out. Are they successful? I don't know. It's possible. The other speculation that I have is that perhaps the insider are buying as well. Or Rowan Kitty, who knows, right? That's also a really high possibility as well. Let's see. We're getting close to January 9th, and we are, when I said we, I mean me. I'm waiting patiently for his YOLO update. I'm sure the world is looking for that too. Right here. So we're a couple days away. Let's see. What is going to happen? If it happens, I don't know how quick it's gonna be spiking into. Is it a multi-week sustainable volume where we're just going to just higher, like what happened back in the day, back in these days right here. Let's see how long it takes from the bottom to the top. Takes 12 days to get to the top. So since this is it's a little bit stronger, the momentum, I feel like it's gonna sustain there. A lot of buyers coming in. So whether it's institution or not, it's kind of neither here nor there. But I think, hold on, let me see the indication here. I have one. Is it smart money? No, I think it's some banker right here. This one. Okay. Sorry, you guys, I'm pretty boring. Oh, by the way, okay, Canadian in the house. Thank you for sharing that. How do you feel about Justin Trudeau resignation today? It was surprising to me. It's like, dang, I've never heard of a resignation of a prime minister. Does it happen often in Canada where that is normal for leader for the president to resign like that? Be curious to know. Okay, so while Anthony typing, hopefully he's typing. If not, okay, that's fine. I'm looking at this banker thing, and again, this is banker fund trajectory for index. This is an indicator. Again, I'm just assuming because I don't know the exact read of this indicator, but it's pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. Is that when you see these buys, usually that's what the bankers are activities, right? So they bought here, whole bunch, right? So every dip, it's been bought, and keep in mind, look at the price level, right? I mean, in the 30s, you guys. So that tells me something, right? It tells me that the institutions are getting their hands on this shares as quickly as possible, and at this price level too. It's not like they're waiting to buy. But again, when they buy these stocks, are they buying it just to borrow it out? That's also possible too. So keep in mind, just because they're buying now doesn't mean that they are bullish and for the long term or anything like that. Well, people around him did ask him to leave because he isn't doing a good job. Okay. He did listen and he left. Okay, all right. That's respectable. But I wonder if there's an ulterior motive, right? Perhaps he know what is to come. From what I heard, the economy is not doing well over there, right? Housing is terrible. A lot of homeless everywhere now too. Crazy. Because I can. Okay, NVIDIA Live events was so boring and I was falling asleep. Okay, good. It rests my soul to to know that there are much more boring stream than mine. So I appreciate that. Makes me feel better about myself. No one like him anymore. Oh no! Are you from Canada too? Are you Canadian as well? I know, right? When he was first time when he was elected, I remember saying like, "Oh, he seems to be a nice person." It's like I would vote for him, type thing. But how long has he been the president? For a long time, right? Well, I said people were not satisfied with his work. Yeah. The son? Oh, Castro? What? How did I not know this? That's terrible. Indian Canada trucker one, yeah. I've heard about that trucker situation. I remember that they were blocking people from accessing their money or something like that. That was not called for. They're all paid. Oh, okay, paid actor. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, like, politicians, they only worry about themselves. Not much of any of us little peasants over here scraping by. 9 years, okay. That's a long 2 terms. Wow. It's a deep rabbit hole. I know. Politics is one of my favorite topic as well. But usually, people fall asleep when I talk about politics. So let's stay away from that for now. For now, maybe when Jimmy, trade at $1,000, then I'll bring politics into the mix. But yeah, thank you for sharing. I was very informative. 9 years, that's a lot. We only have like 8 years and we still... Let me see. Okay. Trudeau is a better man. Okay, let's move on. I was just scrolling, endlessly this morning. I was like, oh, did Ron Kitty tweet? I was like, why is the stock move that way? He didn't, but it seems like people are drawing a correlation between the tweet that he did back in December and to this one where GameStop official page was buy 2 get 1 free. So I don't know, what does that mean? It means perhaps the president is under GameStop, right? I mean, correlation, I don't know. Coincidence, I don't know. Whether he's intentionally doing that to say that YOLO update is coming, perhaps. Again, all speculation here, you guys. Please don't make any stupid decision, based on this. Not to say that, the stock would do anything more or less. It's just how it's traded. But again, there's a sense of excitement here that I'm sensing. And so now I wasn't here in the beginning, you guys, so I don't know what it was before. Like, before all of this fame comes about, like right here. I didn't know how it felt back here. So if anyone, was from the original crew, please share your thoughts. How does it feel? Does it feel the same as now or a little bit jaded? We're all a little bit jaded with the price movement and all that stuff. So, but I really think that, it's gonna do some of this spiking thingy at some point because they've been suppressed, you guys. I mean, this stocks has been suppressed. I don't know if you guys have been watching the minute by minute trading, and you could see some crazy orders coming in, And they've been trying to suppress it even this morning too. The trading doesn't really, it's like at one point, hold on, a 1 minute candle, you could see a spike of volume. I think it's this one, right? I think it's this one. 35,000K, just one. Just 1 minute. And look at the price. 0. Nothing much. What? 7 cents? Doesn't move at all. But anyway, it could just be, algorithm and all that stuff to try to spook people out for the last time before they send it higher. Okay. Let's see. Welcome. Do you think Jimmy can hit the... I don't know what that means. Let's see. Can it hit? I don't know. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Why you keep deleting your message? I don't know. Okay. Hopefully you're doing okay. Let's see. What GME spiked up today? When GME spiked up today was the same time the Federal Reserve told the market watch that stock market risk. Oh, okay. I mean, do you think that's related to GameStop though? I mean, it's coming. It's been looming for a while. I think they've been kicking the can down the road so too far. But they could just pump the liquidity up again, right? Bring the Federal Reserve, federal funds rate to 0 immediately. And that would, again, yes, it will crash and then it will come right back up. So just be aware of that, in my opinion, because they cannot, I mean, what do you do? Because everybody's money is tied into the banking system in some way, and the securities and all that stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be scary when it happens. So I mean, GME might dip along with it temporarily. So I'm still kind of prepared for that. Again, in my opinion, as long as you have shares and willing to hold for the long haul, because if you sell right now, right, and waiting or thinking that the market is going to crash, you might lose out on the opportunity on the upside. What if it's going to go the other way and then you miss the train? So I would much rather just hold shares and then not worry about the crash. Now, with that being said, though, make sure you have the emergency fund so that you're not going to need those for a while, the shares, the asset, for a while. And so having some cash on hand, not going to hurt you. Having something that you could, take care of, something immediate. So hopefully, in 6 or 7 months, it's gonna correct itself again. But yeah, I'm a bit scared of that. Because I'm in crypto as well, so crypto is gonna come down as well if there is a correction of some sort. But what is this guy? Should I ban this guy? Okay, I've never banned anyone, so this might be the first time, you guys. Put this on timeout. Hi, user. I think he's deserved to be hide forever, huh? Or banned. Should I do 24 hours? Wow. Okay, there you go. Done. Feels powerful right now. Okay. Yes, I watch the minute chart every day. I see some weird. Yes, I know, right? You see a tick up, thousands of shares being bought, and then 1 shares or 100 shares on the red side, and then that's the price that you see. Sometimes like a couple cents here and there. And it's crazy, you guys. Like, again, this is why I think there's some sort of manipulative tactic that whoever is allowed to do so is doing it to keep the price down. It makes no sense. Spoofing or whatever, again, whatever the term is, it's weird. No stock trades this way. I don't think. Again, I don't watch any other stock, as closely, but I assume so. Okay, so Moran's gonna stream in the morning. Woohoo, woohoo. That's good, because usually when I'm at work, I'm so bored. So bored. Listen, Linda. Oh, listen, Linda. All right. Who are you? Danny? Welcome. Appreciate you. Anyway, any other questions that you guys have? I'm kind of like just chilling, you guys. Like, I don't have any other topic to talk about today. As I'm sure you know, I'm just babbling randomly about nothing, seemingly. Let's see. Of course, I saw Larry Chain tweet as well about getting his PSA graded. It's really refreshing to me to see leadership of, our stock actually using the service that in which, they are investing in. And, you don't see many CEO who would do that, And I'm hoping he pays for all of these. 19 cards, that's a lot for GameStop. But yeah, so it's very refreshing to me. So, and Nat Turners is on here too. I haven't followed him, so let's follow him. But yeah, so it's amazing, right? So again, like, this thing's gonna catch like a wildfire, you guys. Like, people underestimate this partnership so much, and I really think that that's why the institution is starting to accumulate the shares now. I'm pretty sure that they are doing it right now. Pooping and scooping is a real thing, you guys, meaning that they are just, in public, they would tell you that this stock is terrible, but then behind closed door, they buy it in droves. So they just want to do that slowly so that, they don't cause the price to go up so high. Because again, the volatility of this company stocks being traded is nothing to play with, okay? And so that's why when I said to see MOAS, you have to see this right here. Institutional ownership would have to be more than 50%. Then you would see MOAS. Then, because then, at least they have some skin in the game, and they will flip the script. You would start to see CNBC, coming out and say, oh, Ryan Cohen is this, actually, or just bring somebody new who are naturally bullish on the stock and talk about it on their segment. They do this time and time again, you guys. They just did it on XRP, and all that stuff. So, because they've been accumulating it already, and they're ready to sell it to you at a higher price. That's how they make money, right? I mean, when you think about IPO as well, the same exact thing. When you buy IPO stock, they already marked up the price so high already. And so retail gets the bad end of the deal, because when you buy IPO, you are the exit liquidity for whoever bought it way before you. So yeah. But, and again, this is why I think GME is the best option for retail at this, even at this price point. Because, if the company with this balance sheet were to IPO today, you wouldn't see this price at all. Okay? because they would mark this asset up to so high. Or shareholder equity, right? It would be 10 times shareholder equity. And again, it's allowed, right? Because that's how they make the bulk of their money. Who's they? People who are distributing the shares to you. The banks and, partnerships and private equity, whoever, who try to bring those company from private to public. And they do that, switching it back and forth like crazy. Just like Moran was saying, right? And just so happened that certain private equity are very predatory. Then they do that in secret or out and open under the guise of, hey, I'm trying to make this company better. But in actuality, they're just, not. They're not doing that at all. Let's see. Anyway, why am I going to private equity angle? What the hell? Makes no sense. Okay, I watched this segment with Marantz and Mark Faber. Pretty informative. I would suggest anyone watching it if you haven't already. It's eye-opening, right? Because he had some experience in the market for a long time, been through a lot of booms and bust cycle, and the fact that he, kind of said that, hey, we're due for a correction, might be worth listening to, in my opinion. Again, that's why my mind is like, oh, market's gonna crash very soon. I don't know. Maybe I think that somebody is trying to frame, Trump for this, prime Trump for this, for market crash, correction of some sort, and so that Republican could build it back better at the bottom. Or hey, if you're smart enough, you might be able to buy it at the bottom too. And I really think that GameStop has that leadership that is very smart in that aspect as well. And again, that's why he's not spending the money. That's why he's been conserving cash in order to get to in order to. Oh my God, my brain is just not doing well today. What is happening to me, you guys? Maybe I've been here for too long. Been 10 hours already or not? Honestly, I wasn't working as hard at all today. Like, I don't think so. Why is my brain just all jumbled? Normally, like if I'm getting so tired at work, I would just getting like this. But today wasn't that bad. But anyway. Let's see. What I'm trying to say is that leadership is getting cash, ready for what is to come. And I really think we're going to do well. Even if the price action, if the price kind of drop down, nothing changed, you guys. Like, again, balance sheet would still be the same. If anything, would be better because now we'll have less store to worry about. Less expenses to worry about, right? Again, if you could cut the operational expenses even more, less than $1 billion, that means we could survive for 4 years, right? Not even that, like 40 years just doing that. No, 100 years. We don't even need any more money, right? In terms of, cash on hand, we could just buy treasury bonds. Again, bonds are actually pretty good right now. More than 4% in the long-term treasury bond. So I know the value coming down because people are scared of inflation resurging. So that's why, the 10-year bond, let me see. It's actually a good, I'm always like, keep an eye on the bond market, you guys, because it's kind of important in the sense. Okay, so the short term is coming down. It used to be 5%. Now it's coming back down. So all of these needs to, so look at this. The 3 months is slightly higher than the 6 months. So when the 3 months is lower than this, I think that's going to be completing the, the uninverted yield curve or whatever they want to call it. My point is that if that happens, then, typically all of the big money out there, they would flock to these type of thing because, again, it's a guaranteed, right? Unless the government is falling, of course, if the government fall, money is the last thing you worry about, right? So, but it's a flight to safety thing. So they will take money out of equity and then go to bond, right? Just to park it safely. And then bond is going to increase in value. So that's how I look at it. And since GME has the history of buying bonds, we're going to benefit from that as well. Short-term treasury bond, that's usually what was said on the balance sheet. So, but this is a long-term one, 20 years. It's been coming down in value. That means the rate has been going higher because, again, the market is not convinced that the inflation is not going to come back. So higher rate might have to ensue before inflation could come back down to 2% or less. Again, the Federal Reserve only want 2% or less. Right now, we're kind of closer to 3%. That's a no-no. That's bad for us, right? Because bad for consumer, and discretionary, because we're in the discretionary sector. Think about that. We're not going to have anyone want to spend or anything like that. But thankfully, we have Pokemon's, enthusiasts. So I think that's going to offset it. And also, too, I think, leadership has been closing down stores. That's kind of going to offset some of that, decrease in consumption. In my opinion, the collectibles is going to be in high demand too, because there's going to be a time when people are not going to be able to, feed themselves or something like that. I know, like, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom here, so I'm just saying, like, people are losing their jobs, right? They couldn't find any jobs, and so it would be beneficial to them. What if they're, unable to do that and they have to part with their collectors or collecting items? So Gamestop, could act as a middleman there to turn their collection into cash if they need it, right? So it's sad if you are, very fond of that collection. You don't want to let it go, but what can you do? You need the money. So just like that interview was Mark Faber was saying that people would be more willing to turn gold into cash than their car into cash. So and that, it's just the human nature. Okay, I think I better end here, you guys, before my brain explode. I'm kind of like on the verge. But anyway, so thank you so much for joining, and I appreciate all the interaction. You guys, it's been so much fun to come out here and have people listen to. But yeah, I apologize for all the befuddling befuddling thingy that is happening today. But yeah, that's the beautiful of being live, right? That beautiful thing that is happening. What to expect? I don't know. You know. I'm waiting for the YOLO update, and I'm sure everybody is waiting for the YOLO update too. All right, guys, I will let you go. Okay, thank you.